And if I told you once, I ain't gonna tell you twice. Salute all my real ones. Yeah, look, bro, we got what if aliens are future versions of humans? That means that we descended from them, like, yeah, because they're future versions of us. So technically, hold on, I'm trying to think about this. So it would be that they evolved from us and then came back, because that's the only way. If they're future versions of us, that means that they must have come back to the past if we're meeting them right now. Right? I think that makes sense. Like button, subscribe button, notification bell, press those, let's go! But I'm thinking that makes sense.
What if you found out that you had a long-lost relative? And what if that long-lost relative was from a different planet in our galaxy? And what if this faraway planet was home to billions of humans, just like Earth? But these humans don't look anything like us because they're from the future. Could aliens be future versions of humans? How far ahead of us would they be? How much would they have evolved? Would we be able to understand each other? And what would meeting future humans mean for humanity on Earth? This is What If, and here's what would happen.
I don't know if y'all ever seen this movie right here, Mars Attacks. Trash. That's all I can say. It's garbage. Like, I think it came out the same time as Independence Day, the first one, the good one, not whatever the hell they dropped a few years ago. But like, yeah, this movie's like, I mean, it wasn't never meant to be taken seriously, but it's just trash.
If aliens were future humans. In 1947, a mysterious object crashed in the desert near Roswell, New Mexico.
That wasn't, yo, I've been trying to tell y'all for years. Oh, snap. You see, look, the controller be like, well, I'm about to like release the truth. That wasn't an alien shit. Bruh, I might have taken a trip into the past, pulled up on some of the LA homies in the 50s. I might have smoked something that day and got super lit, got high up into the atmosphere, and then I crashed back down to Earth, and that's it. And I survived, and then I just decided to disappear and reappear, and I'm here now. That's it.
You all know this story, but could it really be aliens? The mysterious object was officially declared to be a U.S. Army Air Force balloon. But then, decades later, U.S. Navy Commander George W. Hoover, who had top secret clearance, revealed that the mysterious crash involved time-traveling humans. Somehow, these future humans had developed the technology to overcome the technological limitations that prevent us present-day humans from making the same type of trip. Some theories suggest that these future humans travel back in time in order to understand.
I like indulging stuff like that, but sometimes it pisses me off that I know some of the things that I know, because it's like, Really? So I have to find the video and then I'll react to it. I might try to link it in the description. But there was a video where they were talking about, is time travel possible? Right? For me, if you think about time dilation and the theory of relativity or whatever, if you're able to travel, closer to the speed of light, time slows down for you. If you just traveled around for 1 year, not 1 light year, because that's a measure of distance, not time. But if you travel 1 year at close to the speed of light and came back to Earth, 1 year for you would it be 50,000 years here. So technically, if you're able to travel close to the speed of light, that is a form of time traveling, right? If you want to think about it that way. But now let's try to apply that in reverse. Can someone actually travel backwards? I want to say it was Brian Greene that was talking about quantum particles, and scientists were able to change one quantum particle back to its original state, and I'm gonna probably do a terrible job of explaining it, but they were able to revert it back to its original state or its prior state, which meant that the only way that you could do that is if you were to reverse the flow of time. They did that with one quantum particle. Once you try to do it with two or more, you do it with less and less accuracy. And by the time that they tried to do it with 3 quantum particles, it became nearly impossible to revert them all and allow them to continue existing. Long story short, we're made of, billions and trillions of cells, how many trillions times trillions of quantum particles. He basically stated it's nearly impossible for you to try to time travel backwards or go back in time. Time is meant to flow forward. So take from that for what you will. I mean, is it possible in the future that we can figure it out? Maybe, but right now,
and their biological past. Maybe these same time travelers helped our ancestors to make huge leaps in scientific and technological knowledge in a relatively short amount of time. But if any of these theories are true, should we be prepared for another alien human visit sometime in the near future? And what might we expect from this close encounter of the third kind? If future humans, were to come and visit us again, they would probably look similar to how
to visit us again. That means that they visited us before.
They appear in movies. Like us, they'd still walk on 2 feet, but their heads and their eyes would be much larger. This fits with predictions of how present-day humans will continue to evolve. We can expect our heads to be bigger and our upper skull to become more rounded to accommodate a larger brain. And as our civilization advances enough for interplanetary travel, our eyes would get bigger so we can see better in dimmer environments that are further away from the sun. Future humans might also find a way to slow the aging process. So it would be possible to make several trips to places thousands of light years away within one lifetime. If we want to travel somewhere that's 60,000 light years away, and if our technology could do it, then it would be a 60-year flight for anyone on board. But when they got back to Earth, 60,000 years would have passed.
See, that goes back to the whole relativity thing and time dilation.
I'd like to think that humans of the future would solve this problem so they could visit Earth and come home to tell their family and friends about their trip. But if future humans find a way to live for thousands of years, would that lead to a massive overpopulation on whichever planet they inhabit?
Bro, if you have the ability to live thousands of years and you could travel the universe at such high speeds, there's a bunch of exoplanets that they're finding now that are probably habitable. So I don't think overpopulation for humans would be an issue if we're a galactic or interstellar traveling civilization, because there's planets everywhere.
But, well, chances are, if they make it possible to live that long, they will probably succeed in optimizing their existence before that. Their civilization would undoubtedly be a lot more efficient than ours. The reason being is that they could be centuries, if not millennia, ahead of us in evolutionary terms. Future humans would be a lot smarter, and they'd have better technology to maximize their space and live in densely populated worlds without producing the same high levels of pollution that we do on Earth. In fact, you could bet that future humans wouldn't just have better technology, they'd be technology. Just like some humans today have implants to perceive sound or to detect atmospheric pressure, the humans of the future would likely have dozens of technological implants to make.
I had a question for you. Somebody asked me that, and I was like, I don't know. A cyborg, right? Because he's talking about cyborgs being a combination of human and machine. If a cyborg is a combination of human and machine, by you having your cell phone and your cell phone being an extension of you and you use it for a lot of things, could humans right now technically be considered cyborgs? Not cyborgs. Leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think.
Their lives easier.
And yes, I'm fully aware that you're not physically connected. Like, it's not a part of your body.
Think about everything your cell phone does for you. Now, imagine you could command it with your thoughts and that it would only be a small chip in your brain. A chip or implant like that might also explain why those who claim to have encountered aliens have said that the aliens spoke to them in their native language. Could future humans simply have automatic language translators implanted in their brains? Or would humans of the future evolve past different languages, instead using one universal language, like Esperanto? If you think this topic has more to it than just a what if, then why don't you join us on the What If Discussed podcast, Being Humans from the Future, with Dr. Mike Masters of Montana Tech University.
All right, so, I mean, what if aliens are future versions of humans? I don't know if he really answered the question here. I mean, you can't really answer the question, but it didn't really go where I thought it would go. I mean, they technically wouldn't be aliens, because if they're just future humans, future versions of humans, then they're just humans. I don't know, man. But yeah, like, please reply to that cyborg question that I posted. Let me know what y'all thought of the video. What y'all think? How do y'all think people would react when people go crazy and all of the stuff like that? It's a bunch of things that weren't answered in the video. But yeah, man, we're going to leave it there. My name is Reign. Catch you on the flip side. RCP salute. Wait for a dab on him.